Now when Mary came to Jesus and saw him, she fell at his feet, overcome with grief, saying to him, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. So why does Jesus delay? He has a very specific reason for why he does. Very specific. In verse 5, we're told this. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. So when he heard that Lazarus was ill, he stayed 2 days longer in the place where he was. We are told from this text the reason Jesus delayed, for a very specific reason, is because he loved them. Why does Jesus delay? Because he loved them. Why does Jesus delay in your life? Because he loves you. He delays so that Martha and Mary would know deep in their bones that Lazarus is dead. He delays in your life. There's one reason given here. Now, there could be many, and there are many other reasons. So don't just say, Jeff said, or the text said, this is why he's delaying, honey. And you say that to her, your wife, or to your child, or to your spouse. You can say it that it's because he loves you, definitely. But the account here is that he's delaying so that everyone gets that Lazarus is dead. There's a superstition that at the time that the spirit would hover around the body for 2 to 3 days. So this is not going to be a resuscitation. This is going to be a resurrection. So he waits 4 days. He wants everyone to know he's dead. He wants you to feel deep in your bones when he delays in your life, things that are acutely painful. He wants you to feel deep in your bones that you are dead. That you have a deeper death in you that you can't manage. That all these pains and all these burdens are ultimately an echo of a brokenness in this world, a dislocation in this world, a separation, a seismic separation in this world, a death beyond death in this world that you and I cannot manage. And it is loving for him to bring you to the point that you realize that deep in your bones. Why have we failed to find an answer to fear? Answer, because we failed to manage the deeper death. Jesus loves you enough to show this to you. He tells it to you in the Scriptures. It's all over the Scriptures. So if you want to avoid the experience, listen to what he's saying. But we all know that we can be told and told and told and told, but most of the times we have to be shown. And so he's going to make it real in your experience. Now, this is going to carry over into next week and the weeks after when we start talking about the mystery of life change, because some of us are dislocated about what just was said, and we're going to pick that up. So now is a good time to tell God, right now. I mean, we could do it right now. Now is a good time to tell God, tell yourself, and to tell anyone around you, to be able to say to him right now, oh God, my will has failed me. I cannot manage fears, and I cannot manage the deeper death. That is freeing. Jesus sees Mary weeping at his feet because of death. He looks around him, the whole town, and everyone, a lot of people from Jerusalem, because it's only 2 miles away. These are a substantial family. This is a wealthy family. This is an influential family. That's why all these people from Jerusalem are coming too. And he sees Mary at his feet weeping. He looks around. He sees the whole town weeping. He takes in every tear. He takes in every sad detail. He takes in every broken, fallen fear. And what happens next is the shortest verse in the whole Bible. Jesus wept. Jesus suffers with Mary. Jesus suffers with you. So all amidst the deeper death and all the fears it generates in your life, and all the ruin and misery that it brings, and all the enslavements and entrapments, and all the multi-forms of self-imprisonment that come with it, he weeps with you. He bears your burden. He participates in your ruin. He takes it all in. Verse 38, then Jesus, deeply moved again, came to the tomb. Deeply moved is not suffering with you now. Now he's gone to the tomb. So with you, he suffers. But now he's turned his focus on the enemy. And this is not suffering with you anymore. This deeply moved is not suffering for us. This deeply moved is a deep rage. It's a deep roar. It's actually used in the ancient world, the word for a war horse. When a war horse is snorting as it faces its enemy, ready out of hostility, ready out of rage, ready to trample the enemy to death. When Jesus turns towards the tomb, he says, he roars like a lion. My favorite old school theologian, a guy named John Calvin, says Jesus, when he comes to death, he doesn't come like a spectator, he comes like a gladiator. What happens next changes everything. Mary hears a command that reached all the way back to the beginning of the world. It's never been heard before on the face of the planet. She hears the command of a champion. Lazarus, come out. Oh, and he does. Just like light, he obeys. The dead man, the text says, comes out.